Some people say, not to worry. Chicken Little, I'm called Chicken Little sometimes. There he is, there's Joe, crying and whining, wanting Uncle Sugar to take care of him and buy all the equipment for him. He just sit back and draw in the money. Well, there's others that say that the reason for the decline in manufacturing employment is because of our new technology of machine tools and how efficient the factories are here in the U.S. now, that we produce more per man hour still than any other company, any other country. The fact is that yes, there is new technology. I'm producing more in my plant than what I was 10 years ago, more with less people because of the new technology. The news media is saying that manufacturing is increasing and reshoring is coming back, and so not to worry, jobs are being added. Let's look at the real scorecard. I'm going to have to read this one. The real scorecard is the balance of trade of manufactured goods. We've had a trade deficit in manufactured goods since 1976. For the last 36 years, we've had a trade deficit of manufactured goods. The trade deficit of manufactured goods has been $700 billion annually. That's $700 billion with a B. Money leaving the U.S. economy. Furthermore, since 1976, $10.4 trillion have left the U.S. economy for manufactured goods imported into the United States. Until there is a trade surplus, we will continue to lose our national wealth. With billions of dollars leaving the U.S. every year, not circulating into the U.S. economy, creating jobs offshore, there are some economists that will say, that have said, and are willing to stand behind it, they're saying that for every dollar that stays in the United States, it is taxed 4 to 5 times. For every dollar that leaves the United States, it's gone. I'm firmly convinced that the manufacturing trade deficit in itself is the root cause of most of our financial problems we're having in the United States. One might say, well, okay, sounds like it's all over but the shouting. How can we compete against governments giving all new CNC machine tools to their factories, wages considerably less than ours? Are you going to go back, Joe, and tell your factory workers that are making $21 an hour, $22 an hour, that they're going to have to go to $2 an hour now in order to be competitive? Well, you know that's not going to happen, or it wouldn't work. I'll tell you what we can do. I'm getting to the punchline here in a minute. What we can do is, with American ingenuity, which is been there all along, innovation, and the entrepreneurial spirit which helped make our country great, we can and will compete in the world marketplace. However, we will need help from our government. Our government needs to help us like all other foreign governments are helping their industrial manufacturing base, because their government officials are smart enough to know how important manufacturing is, how important exports of product brings wealth back into the country. Someone that says, well, we can be a service industry. We don't have to, we can survive on that. Well, I've already mentioned what the wages are in manufacturing. There's no comparison. I laid off during right after 2007, 100 employees. I brought back every one of those. They're back now, thank God. I asked those out of the 100, all 100 that I laid off, some wouldn't come back. They left, retired, went to work for their uncle or whatever. But every one that we brought back, they were asked, what did you do and how much did you make? the average wage of those that came back, 90% of them were in some type of service industry, and they were making $12 an hour as an average. So whoever says that we can survive as a service industry will not work. It won't work. What we do need, though, besides help for our government to understand the importance of one thing I did leave out. Remember the stimulus package in 08? Pardon me, 09. The stimulus package. $1 trillion. Our government gave $1 trillion stimulus package to help the economy. The state of Illinois got $105 million. Of that $105 million given to the state of Illinois, none went for manufacturing, according to Congressman Judy Bickford. Terrible. Cutting, where I was going was, we need an educated workforce in order to survive. Cutting our educators' wages and having our government increase the interest rate on student loans is not the way to improve manufacturing in the United States of America. I want to wrap up now by a word to the students here that have been recognized tonight and give them some advice. The only advice I can give them is from my own past experience. As Dr. Carlson said, I started out as a stock mover janitor, graduating from high school with a vocational certificate in machine shop. My dad was a tool and die maker. I wanted to run machines. I wanted to be like my dad and be a tool and die maker. College was something I had no desire to do. Thought that was foolish, a waste of time, and boy, I could be making more money by working in a factory at the time. And it was fun to run machines. After about 2.5 years of running machines in the factory, I thought, boy, I wonder if I made a mistake. Do I really want to run machines for the rest of my life? At which point in time, I went 10 years to night school to get my degree in industrial engineering. From there, I was fortunate enough to continue to grow without asking for a promotion to where I am now as president. I'll tell you how I did it. It certainly helped by going to night school. But I got where I am because I gave 110% to every job that I had. As a janitor stock mover, whether it was cleaning the toilets or washing the floors, I gave 110. If you want to succeed, you have to do the very best you can. If someone says, I hate my job, leave. So, well, that's easy. Don't leave until you find another job. But give 110%. The best advice I can give anybody is whatever job you have, give it 110. Do the very best you can. And I guarantee you, you'll be recognized and you'll succeed. There's one other thing my father told me, and I've always remembered it. He said, Joe, if you tell somebody you're going to do something, do it. If you can't do it, you go to them and you say, sorry, I said I was going to do it, but here's the reasons why I can't do it. Following those two pieces of advice, from my personal experience, I guarantee you, you will not be sorry, regardless of what your job is. If it's a clerk typist, I've had about every job in the factory. And every job I had, I gave it the best I could. Again, I said this, but I'm going to say it again. I got promoted without asking for a promotion. They said, hey, this young man wants to do good. If someone would have told me you'd be president of a multi-million-dollar-a-year corporation, I just got back from France, and I was negotiating a multi-million-dollar deal in France. If someone would have told me when I graduated from high school and was running a machine in the factory that someday I'd be doing it, I'd say, you're crazy. Number one, I don't want to do that. Well, again, I got where I am because people recognized that I was doing the very best I could. In closing, I co-authored a book with Scott Newton, and Scott is behind the camera somewhere, called A Nation on Borrowed Time. A Nation on Borrowed Time will give you far more of what I'm telling you tonight in further details, more clarification, more figures on the value of manufacturing and the cause of what we feel is the decline, why we're having the financial troubles in the United States. Also, I'm a founding member of CAM, Citizens for American Manufacturing. Citizens for American Manufacturing, which Scott Newton is one of the co-founders along with me. Scott's videoing. I don't see where Scott is, but there he is. If you want to, if you would like, if you haven't read our book called Nation on Borrowed Time, I suggest that you talk to Scott. You'll see that you get one, or you can go on our website, anationonborrowedtime.com. Citizens for American CAM, Citizens for American Manufacturing's objective is to educate the general populace on the importance of manufacturing and have a grassroots effort going to Washington to try to get them to realize the real importance of manufacturing. There's a lot of talk about manufacturing now, manufacturers' jobs. Primarily it's politically motivated because they're not really doing what they say they're going to do, or they haven't yet. The reason why Scott and I feel that we have to go out to the general public and get them to be energized to go to their politicians is because I've given testimony on the Hill to the Defense Logistics Agency, IDA Institute for Defense Analysis. I gave testimony to congressional subcommittees on the importance of manufacturing. I even work part-time for the FBI. And everything, Scott and I can't do it. We have to have people help us. And it has to be, again, a grassroots effort. Talking to my congressmen and senators, they say, yeah, Joe. But there needs to be, again, a massive push. Each one of us need to talk to our senators and congressmen. I'm going to end up by saying that if I have done, in some small way, help bring wealth back into the United States and supports manufacturing, then I'll feel I've been a success. Until that, I'm going to keep trying, and I won't be a success until the wealth comes back to the United States. Again, I'm thanking everyone here for listening, and I thank you for the prestigious award, and I'll leave you with this. God bless America. Thank you.